we all talk about, when it's a restaurant, we talk about food presentation, we talk about skills about serving food and so on. So, but in the restaurant we also serve drinks, and it's important that we present and serve the drinks like really presentable, because it's a fine dining. Nothing should be overlooked. Very important. So drink presentation refers to the art of serving beverages in an appealing, visual, enticing, and memorable manner. All right. Every drink you bring to the table has to look really amazing and has to taste delicious. So it doesn't matter if it's a cocktail, wine, or coffee, or whatever it is. You gotta take the extra step to make sure that this looks appealing to the eye and it's really delicious to the taste. So, for example, people bring cappuccino to the table, to the guest, but while they are walking, the cappuccino cup, it's full all the way to the top, and there's little spillage and trickles down to the glass, and the waiter says, well, whatever, it's not a big deal, let me put it back, let me put it on the table and the guest can clean it or whatever. This is unacceptable. All right, you bring the guest the drink in a perfect visual and tasteful stand. You gotta make sure that the guests, once they see this drink, they will like it, and they taste it, they will love it. That's how we present drinks. Now, visual appeal. Well presented drink is enticing and captures the guest's attention. All right, not only the guest that you serve the drink, but the guest that's sitting with them on the table or the next table next to them. People watch that, and they are very interesting when this thing looks really amazing. They will ask you what the guest on the next table is drinking. You can explain, and maybe they will order the same. It just enhances the anticipation, excitement, and that's important. We want our guests to be excited, to be joyful, and the visual appeal of the drink is helping with that. Enhance the guest experience. Of course, when you bring something beautiful to the table and then of course it tastes good, that is just perfect. The guests can drink and they will order another one, and you're gonna make the whole evening much more pleasant and enjoyable. Branding and identity. The presentation of the drinks reflects on the restaurant brand and identity. True. Of course, also the dishes, but the drinks, especially at the beginning of the dinner, they have nothing else on the table. You're gonna bring a cocktail. This thing is catches the attention. People start taking pictures. They take pictures of the drink. They take pictures of themselves drinking, and that is free marketing for the restaurant. So make sure that you put some extra effort to make those drinks look really appealing. Upselling potential, I already said, once you bring something that looks amazing, all right, to the table, the guests that sit with this guest or the guests at the next table will see it, they will ask, and you can sell more drinks just because the cocktail that you brought was very perfectly curated. It was like with very appealing visualization, whatever. Now, efficiency in drink presentation for waiters. We have to train, guys. Waiters should be receiving training on proper techniques for garnishing, glassware selection, and pouring. You don't want to go to the table and pour a beer in the glass and make a big mess of it. All right, so practice is important. Learning, being prepared is important. We want to look and act professionally 100% of the time in front of the guest. Attention to detail, like I said, you pay attention to all the little details while you're working in the fine dining. What garnish you put on the drink, Like I said, spillage from the latte or from the cappuccino. All those things need to be avoided and make sure that everything is taken care of. Glassware selection, you should know, what's martini glass, what's tumbler, what is whatever. All the glasses, you need to know which one is the appropriate glass for the cocktails, for the coffees, and of course for the wine. You need to know what's a Burgundy glass, what's a Bordeaux glass, and white wine glass, and red wine glass, and sweet wine glass. Those are different glasses that you need to implement properly. Pouring skills, we already talked about it. Measurement, the correct amount. Every drink you make has to taste the same, because you cannot bring something amazing to the guest and he order a second one, and then the second time you just didn't make it with the perfect amount of alcohol and mixtures and whatever, and it tastes just differently, and you have now upset guests. Timing, you know, we cannot make guests wait 15 minutes for a drink. Like 6 minutes max after the guests order the cocktails, we gotta be able to bring them to the table. And the garnish creativity, you can be creative, but there are some classic examples that you cannot go without. Like there are some gins that come with a certain type of garnish. There's some vodka that comes with a certain type of garnish. You got Manhattan cocktail that comes with certain type of garnish. You don't put olive in the Manhattan cocktail instead of the cherry. Like there's no way you can substitute this kind of thing. So you have to know that. You have to know that. But you can be also creative when you're making some, um, you know, cocktails that are not the classic, some signature cocktails that they are your creation. You can be really really creative and make those cocktails look amazing. Cleanliness, I don't think I need to explain no more. You're bringing martini to the table, those martini glasses. It's very tricky to carry on the tray. You got a spillage. I don't want to serve this cocktail no more to the guest. All right. So first of all, you got to have the skills to carry the tray properly, and second of all, if you have spillage, you make sure you clean the glass and you got fresh cocktail, and that's it. Consistency, already talk about it. If you make the cocktail one way, every waiter or every barkeeper has to make it the same way. So the guest comes today and he drinks this cocktail and he loves it, and he comes the next day, but the barkeeper is another barkeeper and he ordered the same cocktail. This gotta be the same test that he had yesterday from the other barkeeper. This is a must. And communication. Now, the barkeeper will tell you if there's something special about this cocktail, what are the main points that you need to talk to the guests and explain to them, or maybe there's some fire and things like that. Make sure that you are really able to do that safely, all right? Not endangering the guests or yourself or your coworkers or the whole restaurant when you're doing things like that.